Yo, welcome back to another anime Vanguards video, and today we're going to be showcasing the Battle Pass unit, Zion or Xeon, however you want to say him. So here's his shiny variant, and let's get right into it. Now I know I'm a little bit late with the upload, but I've been focusing a lot on Anime Reborn, and so I am going to have a video uploaded on that soon enough. Let's just get like decent stats. I don't really care too much. I mean, this will be fine for now, but yeah. I've been kind of focusing on Anime Reborn videos, so I've been just farming that game in a bit. So we're gonna, that video should come up, I believe, tomorrow. So yeah, and I would do like one. I don't think one would hurt. We'll do one. There you go. I want to save all these rerolls for the next update because I do want to get Okran to Monarch, and if we can, that'll be awesome because he's one of my favorite characters. But you go, he has range, so it's not the craziest thing. So let's go to him, Zion, shiny one. Let's evolve him. There you go. So Zion Birdillion. I'm not sure where he comes from at all, but alright, let's just hop right into the showcase. Alright, so we're in here and let's place him right down. So this is his range. Mind you, he has range 1, so but it's not the biggest thing. Here he is on placement. So on placement he already has a multi-hit, so it's a 3-hit move. So let's look at his passive. His passive is attack stick flick burn equal to 10% of his unit's damage, increases burn damage by 3% for every attack, as you notice every time he was attacking there, and range plus 20 if an enemy is burning, damage plus 5% for each burning enemy up to 50%. So this guy would work wonders with Jogo. I have not showcased Jogo whatsoever in my channel. I just genuinely forgot to showcase him, but they would pair up really good because of his domain inflicting burn to everything. So we're gonna get to that when we get to that, but for now we're gonna just mainly showcase Zion. Not sure if I just did it, but this is his second ability. It's a big line AoE. It looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. So let's let it run one more time. It's a little circle and it just blasts in that area. Multi-hit as well. So already has 2 good multi-hit upgrades, which is really nice. Let's go into Dragons now. So now he is a big circle, and again that's a really long animation. It's like what, 5 hits? 4? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like 6, 5, which is really good. Really solid. He's still like every single upgrade is multi-hit, so it gives him a lot of value for like shields or for tournaments if you're ever doing like sand or like a sand tournament or whatnot. So really nice. And he is sitting right now, so whenever an enemy is burned, he's like around 15k. Well, the thing is, it's iffy because it scales of how many people are burned. So what we're gonna do, okay, so here he is at max at 14k, 7 seconds and 47 range. He has a big amount of range. Now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna get Jogo, we're gonna max him out, we're gonna get his domain popped because he's gonna make everyone burned around the area. And once everyone is burned, then we can see how much his passive caps up at, because it caps up at what, 10 enemies being burned, right? Yeah, up to 10. Yeah, so all we have to do is just get 10 enemies burned up and see his like actual passive like fully. So right here, if you saw it just for a quick second, here he hit for 21. He had 21k damage right there. It's pretty good, but I guess the one downside is that you do need to pair him up with a lot of bleed, and on top, or not bleed, burn, but you need to have the enemies not dying to burn. So it's good, but the problem is like you see his numbers always going up and down, and it's not really a consistent flat number. He is really good, don't get me wrong. He's gonna be really good whenever like tournaments have like a multiplier for fire and whatnot. It's just the fact that since you're always going up and down and enemies are not always gonna be burning because you're too strong or you do too much damage. Like maybe if we had like a unit that isn't strong but can apply bleed, which wouldn't really work in that circumstance because you don't want to have a weak unit, you know. But regardless, it's a really good, like really solid unit, don't get me wrong. Now I'm gonna cut to when the enemies are actually tanking our hits and I'm able to actually pop the Iron Coffin, which Iron Coffin does since I never showcased it. But upon activation, 50% damage, and when hitting enemies, burning enemies while Iron Coffin is active, attacks hit all enemies in range. So we'll try to get this passive with like all 10 like enemies like all burned up, see what I can get him to, like what's the highest cap. I guess one thing I'm gonna also test how much damage he's gonna deal with Hakuro. So right now he's roughly around like the 14, 15, 16, like 18, 19k like range-ish. So I'm gonna put Hakura down and see what his max passive is later on. Here, I have a smart idea. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get Jogo to the cone, and then we're gonna just place little mini variants of him around, so like he doesn't do too much damage, so we can get the burn proc active, so you can roughly see like 10 enemies like procking here. Okay, it seems like his max cap is 21k, I think, with 10 enemies, because I don't think he's been higher than 21k. Yeah, it seems like 21k might be his limit here. Alright, so 21k is basically his highest with range 1 trait, which, alright, with, I believe, what was the stats again? Yeah, SAA, so it's pretty alright. Alright, so here we have Zion with the Hakura buff. So right now he's sitting, I think he capped out like 24k, 23k right here. Yeah, the highest like 23.9, so it looks like 24k. And then this is Zion without the buff, so he's sitting basically roughly like under 20k, like 18, yeah. So I mean, pretty nice damage overall. He's doing a lot, but the problem is that if you want your units to be consistent with the burning, you're gonna have to fight tough enemies, which I can see a case wherever tournament has a fire buff, and you know, you bring him, you bring Rengoku, you bring Jogo, so you can have a really nice team with those three, like really nice synergy, so long as enemies are constantly burning and they're really tough, that he's gonna have that damage up. But as those enemies die, then he gets weaker, but he does have a bigger range just for that being burned in general, which is nice. But you know, it's a constant like up and down battle with his numbers, but I'd say he's pretty solid for what he's doing. But I think Julius from the first half of the ban is better, just because he's stunning, and that's like a really big way to stall, and like it's hard to compete as a DPS when supports are obviously more reliable. So he's gonna be doing good whenever there is a tournament and there is a fire team. He's gonna be doing his damage, he's gonna be doing the thing that he needs to do. So yeah, really solid unit. Now before we guys go, we're gonna do one more thing. We're gonna see his cosmetic. And his cosmetic is just basically like Julius's but red, which I mean, I don't mind it too much. It looks pretty nice. But that's all we have for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like and subscribe, and I catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye.